let's not make this about gay and straight for a minute. Let's just make this about people who are forced into a relationship by virtue of family connection. And you got to work it out. Some of you about to lose your job because you think you are called, you think your gifting, you think your function, you think your place there, you think your reason for being on that job is to morally redefine everybody. And they didn't ask you for that. Thanks for the help. They didn't ask you for that. Okay, hold on. But they didn't ask you for that. They didn't ask you for that. And if you're not careful, what happens is you take on a mantle that you're not called to. And I understand the sincerity. You care, you have a vision, and I believe I'm right. But I don't believe that me being right or whatever my views are need to be imposed in that environment. That's not why I'm there. When I got interviewed, I was not asked to be the moral compass for the company. I was asked to, I believe I should hold my standards. I believe I should stand my ground and believe in, but I don't need to make you feel as if I can't accept you and embrace you if you're not like me. Because the reality is they're not going to be like me. Now I want to turn again for a second. And whenever I mention this kind of stuff, I know that people come from different political places and they have different interpretations. So this is just my interpretation. The president gave a speech the other day, which I missed because I was traveling and I just was busy for the last couple of weeks and I just didn't hear the speech he made about Islam. And I listened, and yesterday I just sat in my car and heard almost all of it. The last 6 minutes, I'm going to go and listen on the internet to the last couple of minutes. I missed that. But I sat there and thought, God, the world is not Christian. The world family. I mean, I understand that you want it to be your way, but understand the world family. And that's the challenge. And as I listened, I thought, what a broad approach. There's 6, 7, 8 things we need to talk about. Let's go straight at them. Let's talk about these things. And let's talk about every issue, put it on the table, and find a family solution. Some of you right now, you've been married for a very short time, some a long time, and you know your challenge is you're living with a person who's not like you, and you are bent on changing that person. And I want you to hear this. If you're not careful, you're going to lose yourself. You're going to lose them, and it's because you don't understand the power of embracing. I don't think that God has called me to take Diane in my hand and mold her in my image. There's something about finding her gift and releasing her. I have raised 2 kids, and next week I'm going to talk about keeping up with your kids, because one of the challenges as a father is, as a parent, is I have a role and a vision, but I've got to understand the dynamic they deal with, and I've got to understand the challenges that they feel from their side, and sometimes if you're not careful in your sincere effort, you disconnect family. You pull apart. There are people that don't like you on the job for a good reason, because to them you're arrogant and small-minded, because to them I am not as holy as you, but I am a professional. I may not have the values you have, but I come to work every day and deserve respect. And because I'm not saved, or because I don't go to your church, or because I don't have your views, you can't embrace me. You give a vibe that says, until you cross over to my side, there will be no love. And so people feel this sense of resentment from you. And it's why I think people, when you travel around, especially the world, they go, I just don't like you. You're just kind of snobby. I was someplace the other day and somebody was trying to communicate in English. And I don't know, the people there, to me, just were arrogant. They don't understand us. They don't understand us. They need to understand English. They're here in America. I said, you need to go where they're from. We need to pick you up with your smart self and drop you in the middle of a country, bam, and say, you function.